guys, it's Young Volke here, and today I'm doing a deck profile on my Dracospecters. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I run 3 copies of Majespecter Fox Kyubi. All the Majespecters, just as a side note, they can't be targeted by card effects, making them really convenient and really hard to get over, even though they have low base stats, because most of the time, whenever they're summoned, they search. And while they're on the field, they just can't be targeted by card effects, making them only be able to be destroyed by battle. But it makes Kaiju's a bit of a bad matchup for you. So Kyubi will search a Majespecter trap card, making this deck super consistent because every Majespecter searches. Next, I run 3 copies of Majespecter Todo Ogama. Whenever he's summoned, I can set Majespecter spell or trap card from my deck, so he's really useful in just getting the trap cards when I need them. 3 Majespecter Crow Yada. Majespecter Crow Yada is one of the lesser used Majespecters. Whenever it's normal or special summoned, just like the rest of them, it gets a search, but this one just searches a spell, which isn't as useful in most cases. But usually you can just get Majespecter Storm, so you can shuffle cards back in, and then you can just pen it back out, making it really good. 1 Majespecter Cat Nico Amada. Now Nico Amada, currently this is a bit of a poor man's deck. Nico Amada, whenever it's whenever it's normal special summoned, and during the end phase of the turn, I get to search out any Majespecter card, so it can be monster, spell, or trap, making it pretty useful, but I only run it at 1 because currently I don't have to. 1 Luster Pendulum Dracoslayer. He gives me access to most of the Draco engine, because I can just recycle him nearly indefinitely once I need to, and go into rank 8s and level 8s because of him. 3 Master Pendulums of the Dracoslayer, just a continuation of the Draco engine. He's mainly used for the fusion summons, so I can get out Dinoster. And overall, he's just a really good card because he can pop 1 in the scale, so you can get rid of your opponent's scale if they're being shaky. I run 2 Major Pendulum, the Draco Ogre. Whenever he's in the scale, he negates the effects of other people's pendulum scales. So he's really good in a pendulum matchup. I'm really looking forward to Elector Pendulum, because he'll be skill drained against my opponent's pendulums, making him really good. Maybe not as viable since we're not a pendulum heavy format, but it's whatever. 3 Guiding Ariadne. Now Guiding Ariadne, whenever it's destroyed, you get to search a counter trap, and it's really important for the 3 counter traps I run, because what makes this deck good. Mainly because they're recyclable and heavily searchable. 1 Rescue Rabbit. He just gives me really easy access to the Draco engine, so you just banish him. Special summon 2 level 4 or lower normal monsters from your deck, so you just banish, and then you get 2 masters, and then you can fuse them, and then pan them back out, so you can go for an overlay. So then your scales are safe, and everything's good. Continuing the Draco engine. 1 Draco Face-Off and 2 Forge of the True Dracos. Now Draco Face-Off, he pretty much allows you to get a nearly free half a scale, which is always good. And Forge, 2 Forge of the True Dracos, because this is my tech card for this deck. You can shuffle in, if you have a Draco Overlord monster and a non-pendulum Dracoslayer, so one of the ones from the extra deck, you can shuffle all cards into the deck and then special summon any Dracoslayer or Draco Overlord monster from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. When Masterpiece comes out, this card's going to be amazing because it's a roughly equivalent of a nearly unstoppable field nuke. I run 2 Terraforming and 1 Majesty's Pegasus. I've been considering dropping this down to 2 Pegasus, and maybe making this 2 Pegasus and 1 Terraforming, but usually I prefer to search since it thins out the deck. It's almost like having 3 copies of Pegasus, which will be pretty nice. Then for the Majespecter spells, I run 2 Majespecter Storm, 2 Majespecter Sonics. Sonics is like limited removal, but for one of my Majespecter monsters, except he can only inflict half damage, which is pretty good for getting over nearly anything. 2 Majespecter Storm, a tribute of Majespecter. I shuffle in a monster you control, but it targets, so it's not all that good. I run 3 MSTs because back row truly is my biggest enemy. If somebody has Twin Twisters, they can just pretty much destroy this entire deck. And so 3 MSTs to get rid of the floodgates, because any monster floodgates are really easy to get rid of because I can just shuffle them back into the deck. One reasoning, I've been practicing it in this deck, and it really helps because since most of the deck is spells and traps, it's actually 20/20 currently. This allows me to mill through them, and I can just get the monster and get a search. So it's really free in this deck. And then some of the best stuff ever. My six trap cards are 3 Majespecter Tempest and 2 Majespecter Supercell. Now Tempest, it's pretty much Solemn Strike. You tribute Majespecter monster, negate a special summon, or a monster effect activation. And that's just amazing because you can search out your traps like no other in this deck. So I have roughly 9 searches for a Solemn Strike, and we all know how good that card is. Majespecter Supercell, when it's on the field, my Majespecter card effects cannot be negated, making it really good, so you can never really skill drain me, or I can take in skill drain, and then all your monsters will lose their effect. Majespecter still can't be targeted or destroyed, so I'm really making it difficult to beat them by battle. And then I can shuffle in any 5 Majespecter cards, including the monsters, back into the deck, and I get to draw one. So this lets Majespecter Tempest, the Solemn Strike of the deck, be really recyclable, and just allows me to keep going with the plays until the end of time. And then I run 1 Quaking Mirror Force. Quaking because I prefer to have them all face down, because not as many decks can out it, and I can just tackle over their stuff, but it just gives me time, as where other Mirror Forces might not give me as much time as I'd like. I'm thinking about running Drowning Mirror Force, because putting them all back in the deck would be nice, but having a clear board is sort of a bad thing. But yeah, now that's it for the main deck. Time to go into the extra deck. I run 1 Abyss Dweller. He's pretty much I pretty much run the rank 4 toolbox, and then 2 rank 8s, some synchros, and some fusions. So Abyss Dweller, he's just used so I can stop like PK Fire and their graveyard plays, making him invaluable in this current meta, where graveyard effects are terrifying. Majespecter Paladin, the Ascending I run 1 of the Majespecter Paladin Ascending Dracoslayer. Now what he does is, end phase of the turn he's XE summoned, I get to add any bundle monster to my hand, so he usually makes it really easy to get out Luster, and then I can get out Ignition from there, and usually it's game. But then I can detach, special summon a Dracoslayer face up from an extra deck, so that allows me to recycle my Dracoslayers in a really nice way. 1 Lightning Chidori, because putting cards on top of the deck and pretty much rigging somebody's draw is a really powerful thing. 1 Super Quantum Mech Beast Aerobos. Nowadays, it's a little bit more uncommon to go against Super Quants, but even so, I still have him in here just in case I do, so I can just out their monster by flipping it face down, and then that gives me lots of time. Number 18, Heraldry Patriarch. For people who like to spend board full of 1 monster, this will just absolutely wreck them. Detach Material, destroy 1 of those, and then as long as this card's face down on the field, they can't summon that monster anymore. So I can do that during either player's turn, making him really good. Stops people from spamming their searchers on the board. Karen Gorgon, Anti-Luminescent Knight. He just allows me to redirect card effects. And the thing about him with Majespecters is that you can, if they would target like anything you don't want them to, you can just redirect the target to like a Majespecter. And even though they can't be targeted, they're being targeted by Karen Gorgon's effect, but it's still your opponent's card effect, so it can't be destroyed, making it really nice. 1 number 39 Utopia. I'm going to get S39 Utopia the Lightning to just make this even more of a powerful deck. But Utopia is just good for the 2 negates, plus you can put Majespecters in the grave without a difficult condition. To Aegon, the Sea Castrum, he's really good for when I can get a rank 8 out, and since he just banishes through their extra deck, and I can return to destroy, if I can get him out like early game, then I can just mill somebody's extra deck down to nothing, and he'll have an attack of one of their extra deck boss monsters, making him absolutely ridiculous. And he has 3,000 defense, so I can just camp with him too, and I'll be good. I'm on 1 Arcanite Magician. He's sort of hard to get out. I'm going to take him out of this build because I no longer run Speed Red Try I Die, which I was thinking about running, but it's too slow for this deck. One of the best cards in this deck, Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Dracoslayer. He's really just all powerful. Especially someone with a Dracoslayer from the deck. Then he uses his ability to destroy a pendulum anywhere, so you can destroy a pendulum in a scale or a pendulum monster on the field. Or in anybody's scale, anybody's field. Shuffle any card into the deck. And the thing is, since this doesn't target, it just makes it ridiculous. So if you're going against another pendulum deck and you can bring him out while they have, all they have is their scale, pop their scale, then you shuffle the other half of it in, and they can't pendulum summon anymore. They go on the offensive. And lastly, one of the card that makes this deck really safe, 3 Dinosaur Power, the Mighty Dracoslayer. Now, when he's on the field, he can protect any Dracoslayer. Well, not any Dracoslayer, any pendulum monster from being destroyed by power by card effects. So that makes the Majespecters pretty much indestructible in any way, shape, or form. And he also protects your scales. Because Majespecters, one of the worst things is losing your scales, because those are really important for you. But anyway, guys, just for a quick recap of the important cards that I might have skipped over a bit. Majesty's Pegasus provides a boost of 300 to all Majespecter monsters, which is pretty nice. But the main thing that makes this card, it helps with the consistency of the deck a lot. You can tribute a wind spellcaster monster, so pretty much just a Majespecter. Especially summon another Majespecter from your deck that's level 4 or lower. So that's why I don't run Kieran, because Kieran, you can't pendulum him out. He can only be tribute summoned, which sort of sucks for a Majespecter, and he doesn't search. But yeah, Majesty's Pegasus just allows you to consistently keep the plays going, so you can just normal summon, tribute that monster, special summon, then pen it out. Make it really good. And I think that's every card in the deck, guys. Well, thank you for watching. This was just my Dracospecter deck build, and I'm thinking about taking out one of these guys for number 38. It's just so I can double down on the spell stopping. But hey guys, that was Young Volke here. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And comments are the most important thing because I can actually respond to those. But anyways, thanks for watching.